Hi, this is Todd Danielson with Vector One Media and GeoSpatial Stream. Today I'm with Jon Skiffington from LizardTech. Jon, can you tell us a little bit about what you do and what your company does?
Sure, so I'm Jon Skiffington. I'm Director of Product Management at LizardTech. LizardTech is best known for our Mr. Sid imaging format that allows you to compress your imagery to about 5% of its original size.
Okay.
We keep the visual quality very, very high, so you can have your imagery much smaller, but in most cases the human eye can't tell the difference between the original image and the compressed image. So it's much smaller, transmits easier across the wire, but it also opens and views faster than uncompressed imagery as well. So no matter what GIS application you're using, you can use Mr. Sid in there for your imagery analysis and exploitation workflows.
Okay, so speaking of applications, since here we are at the GeoInt Symposium, which is geospatial intelligence, how do you say that your products relate to this kind of GeoInt crowd, the kind of things that they're looking for your products to do?
Sure. Well, really the biggest users of imagery in the world are at this conference today. Everyone from NGA to all the various combatant commands, anyone who uses heavy analysis of imagery tends to be one of our customers, of which many of them are here today. So in a lot of cases, imagery is getting acquired certainly on a regular basis, if not a daily basis. So you have lots of image data sets coming in of the same collection area over and over at higher and higher resolution. So to be able to compress that imagery and deliver it easily is really a big deal to get it out into the warfighters in the field, but also for the image analysis and exploitation aspect as well, for targeting and things like that. You have very, very large data sets. In some cases, these data sets are going to have not just 3-banded RGB images, but they're also going to be 224-band hyperspectral imagery, and you need to be able to pick and choose bands and compress different bands at different resolutions to make them more and more easily accessible and fast. So that's what our customers use Mr. Sid for, and they can use it right in their existing workflow, whether they're using Esri products, Socket, ERDOS, doesn't matter. They can use Mr. Sid in all those applications.
So you've got a variety of products. Is there any one particular product that's discussed more for this kind of GeoInt event, or are we still discussing kind of the wide range of products?
Sure. Well, most people know us for our compression product, GeoExpress. That's the product that allows you to take your raw imagery and compress it down to the Mr. Sid format. But what people have had a lot of interest in recently is our new Express Server 9 product that we launched back in January. Now, Express Server is the solution for taking your compressed Mr. Sid imagery and serving it out over the web to any device over any connection. So high bandwidth, low bandwidth, doesn't matter. Forward deployed warfighter on a handheld over a radio connection, we can still deliver very, very high resolution out to them very, very quickly.
So if Express Server 9 was your most recent release, have you already started thinking about what your next release is going to be?
Well, what we've been looking at is the number of new technologies and sort of new acquisition things that have been, acquisition methodologies that have been coming out. Certainly we're seeing a lot of video these days. There's a lot of LiDAR data these days that's being collected, as well as I mentioned, hyperspectral data. So we already support hyperspectral data. We do have a solution for compression of LiDAR data right now. But one of the things we're looking at for the future is how can we deliver that LiDAR data to the end user along with other sorts of elevation data, line of sight targeting information, things like that. And of course, video is something we're looking at as well, as there's so much wide area motion imagery, whammy, being collected these days.
Whammy, is that
whammy,
right?
That's right.
All right, there you go. So you've been here for a couple of days now. Is there any particular questions or something that you hear most often, or what are the most common concerns or questions that you're getting at the booth this event?
Well, there tends to be just sort of usability questions for customers that already use the application. Okay, so I have GeoExpress, how do I do this?
Okay.
And it's nice, we have some of our technical staff here at the booth, so they can sort of walk them through how to do it. We also have a number of people that are maybe familiar with one aspect of our products, like the GeoExpress product, but not necessarily familiar with the server aspect of it and how that can work with their existing servers and existing applications. So we've had a lot of good questions about that, as well as just new programs of record that are coming online, and customers who are looking to add Mr. Sid into their imagery workflow.
Okay, so hypothetically, let's say they're not at this event. Where could somebody find out more information about LizardTech products and get more information?
Sure. Well, the best thing to do is go to our website, LizardTech.com. On there, of course, we have all the various product information, but we also have free trials of all of our software, of GeoExpress for compression of raster data, of LiDAR compressor for compression of LiDAR data, as well as Express Server for delivering that imagery. They're all good for 30 days, fully functional, so customers can try it, see how it works in their environment. Of course, we also have case studies, videos, blog posts, all that sort of stuff. So really, go to LizardTech.com to get all the information on that.
All right, go to LizardTech.com, Jon. It's a pleasure talking to you.
Thanks,
Thank
Todd.
you very much. This is Todd Danielson with your Geospatial stream.